This is WBEN in Batavia, New York. Our top story continues to be the explosion that took place in Lockport at around 2 a.m. yesterday. Residents across this area in Lockport were woken up to a large explosion that took place right next to me in this residential home. So far only 3 people have been hurt, and one of them being seriously injured. Local authorities evacuated part of Lockport and South Lockport as a result, with local trafficways and highways being blocked off near the explosion. So do we know how this actually occurred?
At this current moment we do not know what caused this, but this is a gas line explosion for sure. We have evacuated neighbors and other residents around this area. And we have also evacuated people near any gas mains in the Lockport area. The problem though is that this gas main is adjacent to one of our major railroads and some of our major highways, so we've blocked them off so we can assess the situation and start an investigation.
I woke up and it was just a big roar, and it was a fireball all the way up to the sky as far as you can see. Our windows were shaking bad, you could hear the ground tumbling and shaking. It's like an atomic bomb just went off.
Well, people miles away say that they could see the fire from their homes, and they thought it was like a plane crash or a bomb that went off.
Event type is explosive. Fort Niagara and Haldimand. Around 5 minutes ago, a large and very deadly explosion was reported in downtown St. Catharines and has caused 6 residential homes to catch fire. At this time, you should turn off all gas to your home and not to use any gas until local authorities give an all clear. Please stay updated to further updates to this alert.
It's currently around 4:20 a.m., and we've received updates about the explosion that took place in St. Catharines. Residents in these areas said that the sound and the light felt like a nuclear attack. There were a total of 7 homes incinerated, 12 people in the hospital, 3 in critical condition, and 2 people missing. Reports of utility lines set on fire were also reported on the scene in the St. Catharines neighborhood. Is Justin Mondale. How is it down there?
It's pretty worrisome down here. There is a major fire just up ahead of me. Evacuation orders have not been given at this time yet, as there has only been 1 explosion in the area. However, 7 people living nearby have been evacuated. The mayor has said that if you smell gas in your home, you should leave your home as soon as humanly possible. Firefighters just behind me are battling the fires, and we're at a safe distance away from them and the fires. Windows from these explosions have been blown out, and dozens of emergency vehicles have been passing me. And one of the homes near me has actually been leveled, and is still on fire. And... oh, okay. We're being told to leave the area. There seems to be pressure building up and could cause an explosion. I'm going to try to stay here as long as possible. And I also...
It appears that we have lost her. We're going to make an attempt to reconnect with her.
Hamilton police officers are on scene in downtown Hamilton, where a large explosion took place in West Harbor and central Hamilton that has caused multiple buildings to catch fire. At this time, the cause of this explosion is most likely due to a gas line explosion due to an increase in temperatures and pressure in the pipes in the area. Several other explosions have taken place in Welland, St. Catharines, and Oakville that are most likely related to the ones that took place in Hamilton. All residents in the greater Hamilton area, St. Catharines, or any part of the lower Golden Horseshoe area should do the following. Make sure to turn off all gas to your home and not to use gas until given permission by local authorities. If you smell gas in your home, exit the home and report it to local authorities. Do not gather anything if this occurs. Please stay updated to further updates to this alert.
Event type is urban fire. For Lakeport Street, Catharines. Around 5 minutes ago, a large explosion took place in Lakeport, Ontario, and 13 homes have caught fire in the area, including a local Niagara Regional Police 1 district building and a local gas station. Local authorities are currently attempting to put out the fire at this time but are currently struggling to do so. At this time, remain away from Lakeport area at this time.
I don't need to count sheep and
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Niagara Falls Police Department. At 4:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a series of gas main explosions were reported in areas outside of Niagara Falls, Ontario area as a result of a large buildup in pressure in several gas mains that led to a series of explosions and fires throughout the lower horseshoe area. Therefore, as a precautionary action, all residents in the Niagara Falls are advised to turn off all gas to their homes and not to use gas at this time. If you smell gas in your home, exit your home as soon as possible and call 911. It is unknown what areas share a connecting gas main to the one that has caught fire, but you should take these actions as a precaution. Please stay tuned to local media outlets on this dangerous situation.
We have interrupted normal programming to bring you this special news bulletin. Evacuation watches have been issued by Environment Canada and the Hamilton Police Department. Several grass fires have been located along the outskirts of the city, and fire departments from neighboring areas. Residents in these areas should be ready to evacuate and should gather necessary supplies. County officials in Hamilton and Niagara have said that no other explosions have taken place at this time, and are urging all residents to turn off all gas to their home. If you smell any kind of gas, call 911 and leave your home. The Hamilton Fire Department has said that they do have some of the fires under control, but it may become increasingly hard due to the hot temperatures and the harsh wind.
Residents of Hamilton are urged to seek shelter now. A large fire has been located in 2 miles north of Westdale. Another fire has been spotted in central Hamilton and is moving quickly eastward. Residents in the greater Hamilton area are urged to be prepared for an evacuation as fires continue to spread throughout the downtown area of Hamilton. Pack food, water and medical supplies to last up to 1 week. Do not head near the central Hamilton area at this time. Please stay tuned to further updates to this alert.
Which is why from here on out, she doesn't date anyone I don't sign off on.
what makes you think he...
Residents of Toronto and Mississauga are at risk of gas main explosions and fires as a result of a series of gas main explosions that took place earlier this morning in Hamilton, Ontario. Therefore, anyone in the Greater Horseshoe area are urged to turn off all gas and not to use any gas until further notice. Failure to do this could result in the endangerment of you and others near you. Please stay tuned to further updates to this alert.
5 minutes ago, an industrial biotech factory in Front Hill has reported an explosion, and harmful chemicals may have been released as a result. Emergency shelters have opened up across the area. While further explosions are likely in the area, it is likely that these chemicals will spread several miles away. Please stay updated to this alert.
I said dance! You're all terrible! Except you, you're good. Everybody do what he's doing.
A large cloud of smoke mixed with chemicals has been reported at Effingham, Ontario, or 2.4 kilometers north of Fonthill, as a result of an explosion that took place in a biotech factory. The Niagara Regional Police are requesting that if you have respiratory issues and you live 5 kilometers northeast or southeast of this chemical plant, to seek a shelter as soon as possible. Lock and close all doors and windows to your home and seal all cracks to your home with towels. If you start smelling chemicals in your home and are having trouble breathing, breathe into a thick cloth and call 911. Stay updated to further updates to this alert.
It's about $280 worth of damage.
Event type is wildfire, for Eastern Municipality of Niagara. A wildfire was located north of Niagara District Airport between Canadian Route 83 and Canadian Route 97. At this time, you should avoid this area so firefighters can put out the fire. Residents east of Route 86 should be prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. If you are evacuating, head southeast into areas in Fort Erie, or southwest into Brantford. Please stay updated to further updates to this alert.
An involuntary evacuation order has been issued as a result of a biotech factory explosion, causing dangerous chemicals being released into the air. This includes the areas south of Canadian Route 69, 79, and north of Canadian Route 20. A large smoke cloud mixed with dangerous chemicals has made breathing increasingly hard for people in the affected areas. Therefore, if you have any respiratory issues, it is recommended to evacuate east into Fort Erie and East Niagara Falls. If you have trouble breathing, use a cloth or gas mask to breathe into while evacuating. When evacuating, gather food, water, and medical supplies. Temporarily, shelters have opened up in areas with a large orange flag in them in Port Colborne and Fort Erie. Residents should look for updated information and should be prepared to take further action if needed.
A fire warning has been issued for most of the lower Golden Horseshoe area. Only 2 more explosions have been reported after local authorities ordered all gas in these areas to be shut off. The fires in the downtown Hamilton, mainly the explosion that took place on the 14th floor of the Landmark Place, have been distinguished, and the downtown area is no longer on fire. However, the surrounding suburbs as well as large grass fires have been burning rapidly. Shelters have opened up across areas in the upper Golden Horseshoe to take in any evacuees. If you're looking for these shelters, or plan on heading to them, they have a large orange flag on them, and the addresses have been listed on our site. There has been a large fire spotted near the Hamilton area that has destroyed the Chetto Golf Club. Another fire has been spotted in Dundurnbee, and another fire was located on Hamilton Beach, burning the trees in areas near Harvey Park and York Boulevard around that area. The county emergency management agencies have said that they are having issues controlling certain fires, but they're trying to focus on fires in major suburban, industrial and urban areas.
The emergency management agencies of Niagara, Hamilton, Haldimand, Northvolt, Brant and Brantford have declared a state of emergency for the lower Golden Horseshoe area as large wildfires, forest fires, and large industrial fires continue to burn across the area, in addition to the high wind in the area increasing to 48 kilometers per hour. These conditions have made it favorable for fires in the area to spread further. If you have not already done so, continue to stop using gas to your home, as there is a risk for an explosion after multiple gas main explosions occurred in the area. If you wish to evacuate, If you do wish to evacuate, head to areas in East Niagara Falls, New York, Fort Erie, Ontario, or north into areas in Toronto and Mississauga.
Looks like the emergency broadcast system was activated there. There's a civil emergency message in effect. There also seems to a pattern.
For $64, a professional instructor will take you for
Fires located in downtown Hamilton have been distinguished at this time. However, several grass fires, wildfires, and urban fires have been located in other areas nearby, including suburban areas in the Hamilton area. A fire west of Hamilton is now threatening the McMaster nuclear reactor. Residents near this plant are urged to evacuate the area as soon as possible. Other residents should continue to not use gas at this time. You should continue to monitor local media outlets on this dangerous situation.
Yes.
And uniquely WestJet. That's right. This
Several reports of public unrest have been happening over the past 15 minutes, with eyewitness reports of home invasions, assaults and looting occurring over Hamilton and the vicinity. Law enforcement are unsure why this is occurring, but are ordering the following. All roads in the city of Hamilton are to be shut down, unless they are being used for evacuating, and a shelter-in-place order be issued until further notice. This includes areas west of Canadian Route 40 and Queen Elizabeth Highway, as well as north of Rima Road East. Highways have remained open for evacuations only, however no one is allowed to enter Hamilton or East Hamilton. If you are evacuating, head north into Toronto, or head southwest into areas near Brantford. Police have set up checkpoints and roadblocks in the affected areas. Make sure to close all doors and windows, and turn off all heating and ventilation systems. Please stay tuned to further updates to this alert. Please keep in mind this message will repeat in 3 minutes.
There have also been reports of looting from this area. We are urging all the residents of this area.
Police are urging all residents to stay indoors at this time, as the number of residents causing public unrest in the city of Hamilton is increasing, and police are being attacked in large numbers. The police are urging everyone to lock all doors and windows, and not to let anybody into your home. It is unclear what the motives for these attacks are, but an investigation is taking place at this time. Canadian National Police Services are urging all residents to lock all doors and windows, turn off all air conditioning and heating systems, and not to let anyone inside of your home. No one is allowed to enter or leave the city of Hamilton until further notice. All roads in the city are to remain closed, and residents may not leave their home at this time.
Good morning, everyone. This is James Witterstein with the CHML radio on the latest emergency information on the looting and rioting in the city of Hamilton. Reports have come in that there are an increasing amount of looting and disturbances in the area of the police blockade. Hamilton police officers were attacked in large numbers by this mob and have taken over parts of the city. Most disturbingly, There have been other reports that these rioters have attacked citizens in their home. There have been reports of this from residents inside of the city, as well as reports over police radio minutes ago. These people are considered very dangerous, and you should not approach them. National police officers are headed to the area to handle the situation shortly. Residents should continue to lock all doors and windows and to not let anyone into your home. Remember to lock windows in attics and basements and to stay away from all doors and windows. Anyone who is caught outside will be persecuted and arrested. This is CHML Channel 8 serving the Hamilton area. We will give more emergency information on this channel as it comes available.
Songs you know by heart. Outrageous myths you
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Police. A few minutes ago, a large gas main explosion occurred in several areas in Niagara Falls, with areas in Walmore and Love Canal getting hit particularly hard. It is unknown what has caused this gas main explosion at this time, but police are investigating the situation at this time. Residents in the western New York area are urged to shut off all gas to their home and not to use any gas whatsoever. According to eyewitness reports, a large gas main explosion took place near the Love Canal that caused a chain reaction, and as many as 30 homes were reported on fire. Residents are urged to stay calm at this time and should be prepared for an evacuation at a moment's notice. Gather food, water, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio. If you smell gas in your home, leave as soon as possible and call 911. If you choose to leave at this time, head east into areas outside of western New York. Please stay tuned to local media outlets on this dangerous situation.
This is CFLZ in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Recently, gas line explosions in the area have caused mass rioting in the Hamilton area, and a total of 14 deaths have occurred from the rioting. Canadian Minister Cathay Ireland has made a statement that blames several terrorist attacks for the devastation of these gas line explosions, and an investigation is taking place where the explosion took place. Residents that are currently taking refuge in the Niagara Falls area are advised to seek a rescue station, and that all missionary centers and schools are open for refuge and safety in this situation. National police have been called into the Hamilton area at this time and are currently making any attempts they can to stop the looting in the area. There was also a report of a severe disruption of the 911 telephone number, and residents listening should not call 911 unless it is an absolute emergency. Gas line explosions have been reported in the following counties and municipalities: Niagara, Hamilton, Brant, Waterloo, and Oxford. Martial law has been declared by Lieutenant Governor, and all travel at the Hamilton, Toronto Pearson, and Niagara Falls Airport has been suspended at this time. Toronto Pearson Airport is now being used as a rescue station to take in refugees.
There you go.
Residents of Niagara Falls are urged to evacuate the area immediately. Multiple gas line explosions were reported in the area, mainly in industrial areas in the downtown areas. The Niagara Falls Police Department is now ordering the evacuation or the regional municipality of Niagara region, that includes the St. Catharines area. When evacuating, head east into New York or north into Toronto. When evacuating, gather food, water, medical supplies to last 1 week, and tie bright-colored clothing on your mailbox to let authorities know you have left your home. Do not visit schools, medical centers, or nursing homes when evacuating, as these centers have their own evacuation procedures. Make sure to check up on neighbors and family also when evacuating. Everyone can do their part to ensure their safety. Do not hesitate. Evacuate now. Please stay tuned to further updates to this alert.
Broadcasting from the Buffalo Cigar Studios, where the real cigar guys smoke. It's another bunch of songs in a row from 92.9 Buffalo's Jack FM.
And we are unsure how long this could last due to high winds in the area. There have been reports of outages in suburban areas in Niagara Falls, most of Hamilton, and some parts of Mississauga. We're urging all residents to continue to shelter in place at this time, and not to evacuate at this time, unless you are near the McMaster nuclear plant. If you are near the plant, get permission from the civil authorities to leave your home. Rioting and looting in the area has been reported to be decreasing at this time after the mandatory shelter-in-place warning was issued, and this crime spree has...
A power outage has occurred in the city of Hamilton at this time as a result of fast-moving wildfires in the area. The 911 line has also experienced an outage at this time. To report an emergency, call 609-581-4000 or head to a local fire station or police station. Fires in the RBG Coots Paradise Sanctuary, Dundas, Raleigh, and certain parts of East Hamilton have been mostly under control at this time. Continue to stay updated to news and information.
What? I broke the box and I threw away all the votes and I voted for you 1,000 times. You should get on up there.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Police. At 9:32 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, police are currently looking for 6 individuals who have been spotted in the Love Canal neighborhood who are believed to be responsible for a string of very violent murders and home invasions. Residents that have not already evacuated the area are urged to take caution when outside and should not let any strangers into your home. Upon further investigation, these individuals were seen with small arms and light weapons, as well as several silent instruments as well. Their form of transportation and identifications of these individuals is unknown at this time. These individuals may also be responsible for causing these gas line explosions, as well as causing other home invasions in the Hamilton area. 911 operators receive an anonymous tip that these individuals were last seen on Cayuga Island. If you see the individuals, do not approach them as they are considered armed and dangerous. Instead, leave the area as soon as possible and call 911. If you have information on these individuals, call 911 as well. Please stay updated to local media outlets on this dangerous situation.
The FBI has put an all-points bulletin of 6 individuals that are believed to be somewhere in Niagara County. The FBI believes that these individuals are responsible for causing gas main explosions after a masked man was spotted in Dundas, Ontario roaming the Exxon Mobil Corporation main, as well as causing multiple home invasions in the city of Hamilton, Ontario, and Niagara Falls. These individuals were last seen at Cayuga Island and are believed to be headed east or south into major metropolitan areas. The FBI have stated that these individuals are considered extremely dangerous. If you see these individuals, leave the area and call 911 as soon as possible. There has also been a report that 38-year-old Liam Gallera was found dead in his SUV on 86th Avenue on Cayuga Island with multiple gunshots to his head and chest. The car's hood also appeared to have several gunshots on it. State Trooper Kenneth Lunick was also found dead in his car on Cayuga Avenue just west of Love Canal, with the police car being reported on fire. Buffalo police officers in the area are asking all residents of Erie and Niagara counties to shelter in place unless evacuating.
I've got a big problem. 1998 is nearly here, and Sleep Country has hundreds.
Police are looking for 2 individuals that are believed to be responsible for multiple gas main explosions in the area, and are also believed to be the individuals who committed several home invasions in the suburban areas as well. These individuals were last seen in Albion Falls scrambling to a white van with no license plate. If you see the car, do not approach it, instead call 911 and leave the area. Residents should continue to stay in their homes and continue with evacuations if they are evacuating. Please stay updated to further updates to this alert. A mandatory evacuation order has been issued for Regional Municipality of Niagara, Ontario, Regional Municipality of Hamilton, Wentworth, Ontario, Regional Municipality of Haldimand, Norfolk, Ontario, Regional Municipality of Brant, Ontario, and Township of North Dumfries, Ontario. There has been a major emergency declared at the McMaster nuclear reactor west of Hamilton, and a power outage that occurred has caused the release of radiological hazards in the air. Because of this, the areas mentioned, that includes all of the lower Golden Horseshoe area, should evacuate. Take the following actions when leaving. Lock all doors and windows. Close all fireplaces and turn off all air conditioning systems.
Look, why don't you two just go to the movies by yourself? I'm not in the mood.
Well, me either. I'm going to Skyburger.
So you're not going?
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York State Police. 6 individuals that have been roaming around the Niagara County area on a killing spree have now been confirmed to be the culprit of the gas line explosions after security footage spotted these individuals planting explosives near the main. According to a survivor of one of these attacks, these individuals are driving east on Highway Route 31, impersonating state troopers in a police car with heavy assault rifles. Residents in the affected areas should seek a shelter now, unless evacuating the area. If you are evacuating, only pull over if there are 2 or more police cars in pursuit. If you are having trouble evacuating, or if you are physically unable to evacuate, dial 911 for assistance. Make sure to be vigilant and be cautious when you are outside.
As well as the location of these individuals being unknown at this time, and what is motivating them to do it, but their location is unknown at this time. 2 individuals that were also believed to be associated with the 6 individuals that have been on a rampage in the area for quite a few hours now, and are believed to be fleeing on foot. Canadian National Police has identified these individuals as Ray Riggs, a 35-year-old white man, 6'1", and was last seen fleeing on foot in the town of Caister Center, wearing black shorts and a gray and black t-shirt. The next individual is Ishmael Archer, a 33-year Hispanic male wearing jeans and a black jacket, was last seen also fleeing on foot in the town of Caister Center. A manhunt has begun for these individuals, and National Police are currently in the town looking for these individuals. Fires in these areas have been somewhat under control, with the worst fires occurring in Hamilton suburbs and areas west of Hamilton, but other grass fires have been hardly under control, but high winds are reported to have slowed down, and the possibility for afternoon showers are to occur. Fires have only occurred in Niagara County in New York State, but gas has been turned off in the area.
The National Canadian Police have captured the 2 individuals inside a small barn in Caistorville, Ontario, and have surrendered to police. Police were able to track these individuals as they were attempting to burn down other buildings in the area, and attempted to steal a car at a local trailer park. Fires in the area are still threatening the downtown Hamilton area at this time, but suburban fires in these cities have been mostly under control. The plant explosion and the meltdown from the McMaster nuclear plant has caused moderate radiation, and the city of Hamilton has been deemed unsafe for humans without a proper gas mask. Radiation may spread to areas in West New York, and into areas in Lake Ontario. Individuals that are now confirmed to be associated with the culprits of the gas main explosions in Ontario, and have been on a rampage now for around 7 hours. They are believed in East Niagara County area, and are impersonating a police officer in a Recreate State Trooper police car. Fires in the New York State have been mostly scarce and under control, as several tips came into 911 about these individuals. Another state trooper that was driving down US Route 12 was shot several times in the chest, before slamming into a ditch, after several individuals pulled up to her left, and shot through her window. She is currently in critical condition, and is being rushed to a hospital. Hopefully these fires
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. 6 individuals that were confirmed to be responsible for causing massive gas main explosions in the local area were seen exiting a local gas station when police spotted them. A gunfight then broke out and several rounds of gunfire was exchanged between both sides before all 6 individuals were confirmed dead. Residents in the Niagara Falls metro area can continue to evacuate the area if needed. Shelters have opened up in Erie County, New York, as well as Monroe County, and are marked with orange flags. When evacuating, gather all necessary supplies to last up to 1 week and do not return to your home until further notice.
The majority of the fires in the lower Golden Horseshoe area have mostly died down at this time, but has caused major damage to the cities of Hamilton, St. Catharines, and parts of Niagara Falls. Do not return to your home until local authorities say it is okay to do so. It is possible that wildfires west of Hamilton may spread rapidly at any given moment, as rain was either light in the area or did not occur at all. Anyone that is still evacuating are urged to take refuge in these locations: Toronto Pearson International Airport in Toronto, Ontario, Martin Luther King Jr. High School in Toronto, Ontario, Mississauga City Mission, and Waterloo Middle School in Kitchener, Ontario. Reactor number 1 in the McMaster nuclear power plant was confirmed to have caused a meltdown, and radiation has mostly spread east-northeast into areas in Lake Ontario, and radiation has only been reported in small areas in Hamilton, Ontario. Gas to the Golden Horseshoe area has been completely turned off at this time, as there is a risk for more explosions due to the damaged mains. Residents should continue to stay updated with information on this situation, and should be prepared to take further action.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Niagara County Sheriff's Office. Gas main explosions have caused major damage to the city of Lockport and the city of Niagara Falls as a result of several individuals planting deadly explosives near the mains. The worst damage was reported in areas at Niagara Falls International Airport and areas in the Love Canal area. Gas has been shut off for the metro area, as gas mains in the area have been damaged severely. Shelters have opened up in the following locations: Batavia High School in Batavia, New York, Monroe County Public Building located in Rochester, New York, and Rochester High School in Rochester, New York. Do not return to your home until local authorities give an all clear to do so. Continue to monitor further updates on the situation.
A state of disaster has been issued for the lower Golden Horseshoe area, starting at 9:04 p.m. and ending until further notice. This includes areas south of Burlington, Ontario, due to several gas main explosions causing damage to the downtown Hamilton area, as well as the suburban areas in Hamilton. In addition to a meltdown of reactor number 1 at the McMaster nuclear plant in West Hamilton, after several individuals planted explosives on gas mains in the downtown area. The landmark place in downtown Hamilton has experienced moderate damage, and a fire was located on the 38th floor. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be visiting the affected areas on the 12th of August. Do not return home unless given authorization by local authorities. Stay updated to further updates to this alert, and be prepared to take further action.